Jacoyo Midio was making, and I think it should be made very clearly. The first issue, and why people are clamoring for a number of positions, is historical. And it is historical because we've been in a situation where the resources, governmental resources, will only follow the leadership that is elected. And therefore, it has led people to wrongly believe that if you want any development, then you must either have the presidency or the deputy or the prime minister or the deputy prime minister, so that the more you distribute this, the more, at least to that extent, you will have the resources distributed. Now, that is something that ought to be noted, that what we need to focus on is equity and equitability. But secondly, I think the cost of running government is also exaggerated. You know, the truth is, we have only had a president and a deputy for the last 8 or so years. But how much have we lost in terms of corruption, in truth? At the county level, at the national level? I think, and if you cost the overall cost of running government in terms of salaries, you will find it's a very small percentage. But if you try to look at the money that moves through the crevices through corruption, it's almost 50 times that cost. So our focus, sometimes people misunderstand and think that, oh, because all this money is going to their salaries. Most of these people in government don't even get to use their salaries. They get to use the monies that they acquire corruptly, because their salaries would not sustain the kind of things they do or their lifestyle. So we need to tighten the things around the constitution.
Thank you.
That enable that to happen. Now, on this one, in the nation, it's a bit difficult to understand, but first I see things that look like combs.
All right.
And only two things about it. One is they have refused to allow my brother Bonnie Khalwale to rest. Because nowadays they only depict Bonnie with stones. They should now leave Kibera alone and leave. I think you should start carrying the Bible, Bonnie Khalwale. They might now start depicting you, more positively. But I think the problem here is that they are comps, but everyone who's supporting Tanga Tanga doesn't have hair. I think that's why it's difficult to sell. Dr. Bonnie Khalwale, the deputy president, that's why it's a hard sell.
Bonnie, you want to respond to the editorial cartoon, please, Jackie?
I needed to respond to something, because I'm the one who had asked for Matangi about what he meant by one man, one vote, 1 shilling. And he has responded to it. I would like to tell him that the direction he's taking, that is the direction of further marginalizing certain parts of this country. If it's strictly like that, you have to temper it with the issues of poverty index and matters like that. If you don't temper it with that, then that will just lead to further marginalization of those areas. Remember those areas like Turkana, West Pokot, and so on. I think the Kikuyu leadership of the country are against Turkana and Kapengure, because that's where Jomo Kenyatta was imprisoned.
That's very wrong.
We need to wind up on this.
No, you can't butt in. Let me finish.
Yes, please.
Allow me to I think what you need to do is, what you are saying has some value, but that value will be lost because you will further marginalize those areas.
Thank you.
You need to actually temper it with how you are going to help these people catch up with the rest of the country.
No, Matangi.
Otherwise, if you don't do that,
I don't want to take it beyond that, but I just want to explain to Estelle and to Kenyans who are following that the proposals by Mount Kenya region is not at all either to remove or to do away with any of the proposals that support any other region. What we are saying is enhance what matters in that's population. But all the others that are useful to the other communities, leave them. We are not saying that people are not poor. People are poor, including in Mount
Kenya. Thank you, Matangi. You've made your point.
Marginalization is there even in those other areas. It is essential to retain those formulas. Yes, absolutely, yes. So retain those ones, but enhance where it is necessary.
Thank you.
That's our argument.
Right. So we need to wind up with the editorial cartoon. I give Bonnie Khalwale the editorial cartoon that...
this particular cartoon, I want to thank whoever thought about it. they have said why BBI is a hard sell in sections of Jubilee. And they have identified 3 sections where the BBI is a hard sell. In Rift Valley, depicted by Senator Kipchumba Murkomen. In Central Province, depicted by Member of Parliament for Katundu, Honorable Kuria. And in former Western Province, depicted by myself. Why it is a hard sell? It is because in those 3 very populous areas, their idea of BBI is how they can sort out their economic problems that have led to poverty. But in the other areas where it is not Jubilee friendly, their problem is struggling to get some old men an opportunity to have a job. And that's the whole difference. If you go to Western and you tell the people of Western that their problem is helping some old men in Nairobi, who include some of their sons, to get jobs, they don't listen. Their problem is their economy. Zoya Sugar Company, Mumia Sugar Company, Pan Paper Mills, Kitinda Mills, Malakisi Ginari, name it. That is their problem. Same applies to Central and Rift Valley. So this is a good cartoon. It is good food for thought. But as I conclude, may the public know that the Commission of Revenue Allocation was meant to fight the mindset of tribalism. Some people, led by Kimani Wamatangi, not the people of Central Province, but the leaders, they want the formula to service tribalism. For your information, people of Rift Valley, I mean not Rift Valley, Mount Kenya, when the Commission of Revenue Allocation approached Senate, and I was there, they came with a proposal that 60% should be on population.
Thank you.
The Council of Governors came with a proposal that it should be 47.6%. But because Senate is a house of trying to bring the whole country together, they factored in, as Eseli has said, the other important factors of poverty, area, and what have you, and said we will disagree with both CRA and the Commission and the Council of Governors and tweak it a little bit so that it becomes the 45 that we have now. You can imagine if we had weighted it way CRA wanted at 60, the amount of money that would have gone to Nairobi and Kiambu and Kakamega would have been unimaginable at 60%.
Right.
Let's also think of Kenya, Mwalimu Wamatangi.
Daktari, I think the point you have missed is that the proposal, and I have emphasized that twice, that includes the interest of other people to remain the way they are.
Thank you so much.
And the argument is ensure that we consider our pleas, which is about the numbers in our areas, including in Kakamega.
We have a lot of numbers.
Yes.
Thank you.
And remember in Kakamega, your people are receiving less than 3,000 shillings per person.
All right.
That's the truth.
Thank you. We need to give a sporting chance to also Jacob with the cartoon.
Well, why BBI is having problems in some Jubilee zones. Boni cannot go without being corrected that Narok, where there was that huge rally, is also in the Rift Valley. That Moses Kuria is the beneficiary of this 70% that you people are not talking about. So that is why we are saying in the BBI that we take at least 45% to the counties.
Right.
I saw the other day, last week.
I thought you were commenting on the cartoon.
It's on the cartoon.
Yes. Is it on the cartoon?
It is why. You trying to gag me. Let me tell you, I saw the governor of West Pokot. He took the little that they get and allocated 400 million shillings to bursary, secondary school bursary. I know how his governor has worked so hard with the little he gets.
Thank you.
So we needed to put these things in the Constitution. We don't need the favor of the Senate.
All right. Maybe back to the cartoon as we're winding up and we move to the Nairobi affairs as it is right now. Looking at this particular editorial cartoon, Boni Khalwale, you can see we have all these comms lined up over there. Maybe it's a hard sell because all of you, you have a shining pit. You cannot... so is Murkomen, so are you, and so is
Why
the people
allow
up
Eseli
to...
Why don't you allow Eseli to confirm that present or absence of hair at our age has nothing to do with BBI? It is actually a scientific fact, and it's a fact of nature that the people who are more masculine, they produce more testosterone. They end up not having hair. So when you see when you see guys with a huge group of hair,
It is what is
that is the reverse.
the opposite is
No, this
That's to medicine. Medical terms.
All right.
Medical terms thrown at randomly the way Bonnie can be very misleading.
Don't mislead Kenyans.
And you know,
All right, thank you.
You know,